What's up, everybody? Just doing a little free roam time again. Nothing too big has happened lately. The play area is kind of looking the same as always. Messy as always. I just sprinkled some food everywhere, and so they're all ramming around having a good time. I just gave them some fresh water a day or two ago, so I haven't really refilled their water, but I did go through and I put a roll of toilet paper just on here. I was thinking maybe they would like shred it and use it for bedding, but they haven't seemed to do too much to it, so I started pulling off some pieces myself and stuffing it places, and they can just move it around wherever. So but yeah, I finally put the lid back on the space pod because I trust everyone not to bite me now, for the most part, provided I don't scare them. I also am doing a little experiment with water that's not in, hi Goblin, not in a bottle but in more of a bowl. I don't think I would do this in their cage because I think it would get too nasty too quicker than I could keep up with it, but they seem to enjoy kind of playing in it and drinking from it when they're out. So I did have one on this cage and one on this cage, but then I ended up needing to move this cage, so I kind of just never put it back. Yeah, everybody's out ramming around. I had to use the bedding in their little out of cage digging box to fill in some areas because I'm out of bedding right now. I need to go buy more. So for now, I just put this cheese thing in here because they tend to roll it around, so I thought give it a little more stability. There's Decker. Trouble's ramming around, stealing some food. Tribble is on the cat tree. And there's Gray. Corby's in the cage. There's Hobgoblin up here. Where's everybody else? I just saw Flint a minute ago. There's Corby again. Trouble. Grayson has set up shop in the... Oh, there's Flint. Where you going, dude? He's going quick. I've decided that Grayson and Decker are enormous compared to the other rats. Well, I didn't decide that. Some of my friends who also are rodent savvy and know about rats. Excuse me, I'm talking. Saw them all for the first time since the new rats were fairly young. And my friend opened the cage, took one look at Decker and went, "He's huge, that's a big rat." So, and Decker and Grayson are brothers, so I'm not entirely sure if that's just their genetics or if they're fat. I'm still kind of bad at telling. Because I used to think Tribble was fat, and he's one of the smallest rats now. Everybody kind of outgrew him. There's a little Goblin. Yeah, everybody's just ramming around. Flint is like crazy. I don't know if I can get him to do it, but he's been like leaping to me. Here, Flint. Come on, bud. Come on. That wasn't exactly a flying leap, but he's been like, particularly if I have food, he'll like ask to come to me and then leap onto me from the cage. And I don't know if I should be encouraging it, but it's kind of fun as long as I know that we're at a safe distance where he won't fall and get hurt. So yeah, they're due for a deep clean. I'm hoping to get to it this weekend. Because like I said, I'm out of bedding right now, so I'm kind of scrounging for it from my spare cages. So I need to pick some of that up. Hi, Flint. Come here. Show me your cute little face. No, he's squirmy. And there's Corby. Let's see if I can get a good shot of him. It's too dark in there. Here. Flint. Get off my hand. Got my laptop on top of the cage. There we go. There's a good shot of the cute boy having some snacks. And here's Trouble. I don't think I really got any good close-up shots of any of them in a while. Flint is on the move tonight. Here's Decker. Say hi, Dex. And I don't know where he went. I don't know if he's still in there. Nope, nobody's in there. Trouble digging in one of the spare cages. How's my handsome man? Yeah, my sticks are holding up good. I really need to wash my ropes. I've also got some new ones I can put in. Hey, Corbs. There's Gray. How you doing, big man? But yeah, so everybody's doing good. Living their best life or whatever. At least the best life I've got for them right now. But I think they're all pretty happy. They'll be happier when they get a clean cage this weekend, but for now they're pretty happy. I'm toying with the idea of possibly trying out some of the bioactive setups I've seen people do. Oh, Corby got a banana chip. And which I would need to get way more plexiglass and get a way deeper base. Like if I was gonna do that, I would probably take the bottom out and have it all the way to go all the way to the floor. It's a lot more work and it's a lot more maintenance, but I also think, I mean, it's a lot less bedding to go through and it's a little more naturalistic for them. And for one, it would expand their cage space. And for another thing, it would give them more of an outlet for their natural digging and burrowing instincts. It just means that I would have to spend a lot more time maintaining the bedding as opposed to replacing it. I would also have to try to litter train them first, which, I mean, they're kind of, I think, if I set the cage up right, I think they would just kind of litter train themselves. Hi, baby. Because they kind of already, like, primarily use this bin right here because they like to pile into that hammock together. Oh, Tribble is trying to get into my pocket. Hi. So they like to all pile into that hammock, so they primarily use this bin as their bathroom until it gets kind of gross, and then they just start going everywhere. So I think if I could kind of replicate that and get bins or litter trays in the places they spend the most time and also be more quick about cleaning those out as opposed to just doing one big clean of the whole cage, just like cleaning those out every day, I think they would probably kind of just essentially litter train themselves. Hi, sweet boy. Are you the sweetest? So that's a thought. I mean, the startup cost on that would be high because I would have to buy a lot of plexiglass. And I mean, it's not cheap. It's not expensive, but it's not cheap. And I mean, even just this much. I mean, this is probably 2 sheets, and that was, I don't know, 20, 30 bucks. And I would need significantly more than that, and it would have to be much more precise cuts. And I don't know, we'll see. It would also probably be a pain to install because I have 2 cages. So it's not like it's just one cage with one dimension. It's kind of gonna have lips here and there that, because it's 2 cages combined. So I don't know, it's something to think about for sure. I've seen people successfully do it, and I think it'd be cool to have a really naturalistic setup for them. I think that would be a lot of fun, and I would like for them to be able to kind of dig and tunnel and have that opportunity. Hi, Corby. Or Flint, sorry. You guys don't even look that much alike anymore, and I still mix you up. They used to be identical. And then Corby Flint got way darker. He used to be like way more silver, like Corby, and then he kind of darkened up almost everywhere, whereas Corby really only darkened up in the face and maintained a very silver body. Hey, Corby. Hi, cutie pie. What are you doing? So yeah, it's just something I'm thinking about. Not really completely sold on the idea, and even if I was, it would probably be a long time before I could really implement it because, like I said, I have to litter train them first and get sorry, Corby's distracting me. Get the plexiglass and get the dirt. I do have this digging box in here right now. The thing is, I mean, they've enjoyed it for sure. They don't really like dig deep into it. They tend to, I've been keeping like some kind of hut in there, and they tend to just dig deep underneath it and not really do anything else. I did just turn it all the way through, and I've actually started, because I didn't really think about it, but like they can't just burrow in, they can't like tunnel or anything in dry dirt because it won't hold its shape, and so they can't actually make a tunnel. It needs to be damp, wet enough to hold shape. So I've been trying to keep up with keeping this wet enough to actually tunnel in. So I think that'll be a good test for me, is if I can keep it wet enough that they can tunnel in it, keep up the maintenance on it, and if they do, I mean, obviously they can't do much tunneling in a bin that size, but if they even dig down into it and make any kind of burrow or anything. So that'll be a good test to see if it would be worth it, because it would take a considerable amount of money and effort, hey Goblin, to accomplish that. But if they would like it, I think it would be worth it. What are you doing, man? There's still a lot of rogue food out here, so they're kind of in competition to see who can get the most and who can steal the most. I also spread some food in there after I wet it down and turned it over. So I don't really know that I got it wet enough. I don't want to get it like muddy. I put 2 full like not plastic water bottles, but like refillable water bottles, like 24-ounce water bottles. Hi, handsome. In there. I'm not really sure if that's enough. I'll have to play with it, but what are you doing? Hi, Goblin. But yeah, it's just something I'm thinking about. Goblin's about to end this recording by stepping on the stop recording button on my phone. Yeah, that's all I've got for right now, I think. Just hanging out. Trying to show you Goblin, but there's Gobbers. He's a sweet boy too. He and Tribble are definitely my most like people-oriented rats. They're the ones who want to hang out with me and spend time and kind of be in my lap and stuff. The others will definitely come near on me, but they don't necessarily like to be touched or picked up or anything as much. And they are a little more independent. They kind of like to do their own things. They're not really as focused on me. Whereas Tribble and Hobgoblin tend to really enjoy my company. So, yeah. Lots of things to think about. Always trying to come up with new ways to kind of better their environment, give them more to work with. Where are you going, Tribs? Because obviously I just want the best for them. So I'll have to do some more research on it. But I think that's all I've got for now. We'll end on Goblin grooming his rear end. See you next time.